Hey everyone, welcome to part 6, the final part of my ZBLL series. I know once again it took me a long time to get this series out. I think I uploaded the first part like 6 months ago. So many of you guys might have just learned the rest of the algs without me, but I hope nonetheless you can still find this video helpful. Maybe there's like a couple of algs that are different that, might be better than what you currently use. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get started. I'm going to be covering the U6 subset in this video. Pretty much it's just characterized by this diagonal here, these two colors being the same, but these two are opposites. So this is just the mirror of essentially the last video. This is the first case. You essentially just have this giant block on the right side. It's essentially just a 3-cycle of corners. And the alg for this is literally just your standard COLL, which you probably already know, but if not, here it is. Essentially, it's just doing an R and then a commutator to cycle these 3 corners, and then just undo. For finger tricks, as long as you're doing your D's and D primes with your left ring finger here, I think you're good. And double flicking your U2s, just like that. And here it is a bit faster. This next case is pretty similar to the last one because once again you have this sort of giant block, except this time it's on the left side of the cube as opposed to the right side. And then you also have this bar on the right side here. And so the alg for this, just do a U2, and here it is. This alg is almost the exact same as the previous one. Pretty much you just do R2G, and instead of doing R prime U2R here, you do wide R prime U2 wide R, and everything else is the exact same. And because of that, the finger tricks are also about the same, so I won't be going over those. And here it is just a bit faster. This case is characterized by having 2 bars kind of along the right side of the cube. It also looks kind of like a JB perm here. And this is the alg you do. Pretty much all it is just taking out the pair and then doing a commutator to cycle these 3 corners, and then just canceling into an RU2R prime insert. For finger tricks, make sure you do your U with your sort of right index pinching here, and then D prime with left ring finger once again, and then double flick for this U2 prime. Here it is, just a bit faster. For case number 4, you have this sort of bar right here on the left side of the cube, or more on the front, but kind of oriented towards the left. And then these two are adjacent, so that's an important distinction to make. And here's the alg you do. It's pretty easy to learn. Pretty much you just do RU prime R prime to split up this pair, insert this edge with RU to R prime, and then just do sort of a commutator to finish it off here. For execution, pretty much this part is self-explanatory. For this U2, I don't know, honestly. I kind of like doing an Ado U2 move like this, and then doing the commutators like so. But you could also just do a double flick. I don't know which one's better. Like this one could be faster, but it's also a little more risky. So once you get there, you just do your ring finger once again for your D primes and Ds. And there you go. And here it is, just a bit faster. Yeah, see, it's not the best, but it kind of works. For this case, once again, you have this sort of bar right here, but these two are opposites as opposed to adjacents. This is the alg you do. As for memorization, it's pretty nice. Pretty much you just take out this pair in the back, take out this pair, and then reinsert this back pair, and you're going to cancel into this winter variation, which is just sledge canceled into F inverse XEF prime. Let's see, how do I set this up? For memorization, for finger tricks, this part's self-explanatory. For this U, I would do right index pinching here. And then for this U, I would use my left index here to sort of push once again. And then that kind of frees up your right hand to do the rest of the alg. And this last F prime, you can either do a pinch with your left index or your thumb right here. Here it is a bit faster. For this case, you've essentially just got this bar on the front right side of the cube. And it's actually all you need to know. It's also nice to just know that these two are adjacents. but you actually don't need to recognize that because this is the only case where you just have this singular bar here. This is the alg you do. For memorization, pretty much you just do RUR prime, take out the pair, and then you just do inverse XC, and then you just finish off with this winter variation, which is just F prime, RU2R prime, U2 R prime FR. Let's see. For finger tricks, you're going to do a U with your right index here, and then a middle finger move for your next U. And then here I would do F prime with my thumb, double click this U2, both of the U2s. And there we go. Here it is, just a bit faster. For this case, you essentially just have this singular bar here. It's kind of like a vertically aligned bar on the left side of the cube. And then you also have this kind of Z perm pattern, so that's another way to recognize it on the right side of the cube. Here's the alg you'll do. For memorization, pretty much you just do a double sexy. Don't do the last U prime. Essentially just setting up this F12 pair, and then you're going to do a commutator to bring this corner up. And then you're just going to cancel into this winter variation, which is just sexy, insert. And then faster, it should look like this. This next case is kind of like the mirror of the last one, but not really. So once again, you have this sort of vertical bar, but this time it's on the right side of the cube as opposed to the left. And so here's the alg you'll do. You do a U, bring the headlight to the right. This is honestly one of my favorite algs. There you go. Pretty much how I would memorize it is just R prime, U prime, D prime, and then here is pretty nice. It's just RU prime, R prime, U2, RU prime, R prime, and then you kind of just undo everything that you did at the beginning. Just like that. Let's see. For memorization, or sorry, for finger tricks, I would start the regroup here, and then U prime, D prime at the same time, and then the rest is pretty self-explanatory. As long as you're regrouping at the start, the rest of the alg flows pretty nicely. So here it is a bit faster. For this case, you essentially just have this sort of H prime pattern on the right side of the cube. This is the alg you'll do. For memorization, pretty much you just do wide R, U, R prime, and then you're going to do a commutator on these three corners here. And then you just kind of insert with like a fat sledge, sort of. Just like that. For execution, I would make sure to do a pinch move for this first U. For the second U, I would use my middle finger there, and then just commutator. And then this last F prime, I use either my thumb or pinching with my left index here. Here it is a bit faster. This next case is the mirror of the last one, and so once again you have this H prime pattern, but this time it's on the left side of the cube. And so from a U angle, you're going to do this alg. For memorization, pretty much you just do RUR prime, double inverse sexy, and then this winter variation, which is just like, you can think of it one of two ways. You can either just do like a fat sledge into M prime, or just L prime into this pair, L. But I think for execution, it's better to think of it as fat sledge and M prime. Let's see. And then for execution, I would pinch for this U move. And then I would use my middle finger for this U, I think. And then, yep. And then the rest is pretty self-explanatory. I think this F prime, make sure you're pinching here. And then M prime with preferably your ring finger. At least that's how I do it. I don't know if that's what everyone else does. But yeah, this is it a bit faster. This is the penultimate case and is characterized by essentially having this Z prime pattern on the left side of the cube. From a U prime angle, you're going to do this alg. It's actually really simple. Pretty much it just starts off with this COLL, which if you don't know goes like this. And it literally just cancels into an anti-sin. So just like that. For finger tricks, I would regrip at the start here, just like this, and then double click here. D prime push with your left ring, and then another double flick with your right hand for this. And then for these following U primes, I would do my first U prime with my index here, and the second one with my middle finger, just like that. Here it is a bit faster. This is the final case of the ZBLL series. I like to think of it as they're essentially just being nothing, as in there's no blocks, there's no bars, and there's no obvious H perm or Z perm patterns. And so once you realize you have that case, you're going to do a U prime and do this alg. For memorization, I would just take out this pair, do a U, and then RU R prime to sort of set up this case, and then you're just going to solve it by doing a U2, and then commutator canceling into a 3 mover. Just like that. For finger tricks, let's see. For this U, make sure you're pinching here. U2 double flick, and then I think the rest is pretty self-explanatory. This U, once again, you can pinch. I think you can also, if you want, you can use your left index here, just like that, and then finish. Here it is, a bit faster. That wraps it up for this video, as well as ZBLL as a whole. As always, if there's anything that I can clarify or help you guys out with, please leave a comment and I'd be happy to do so. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.